Child, so Raccoon Rasheeda is still out here acting like a dirty piece of work. Because the clip that I just saw for the rest of the season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was crazy. Now she called Yandy. She said she had funky breath and a stank BBL or something like that. And then told Yandy that she keep fucking around and she won't see no cameras. Who the fuck is you? I guess, child. We gonna talk about Rasheeda today. Lil Nas X, he's been hospitalized. They not sure if it's a drug overdose or not. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. And then Sidora, her friend is literally out here doing an interview talking about how much Drew owe her some money. She needed a loan to pay her mortgage, but she was in arrears and behind on paying her stylist and stuff. I told y'all. Taurus, come to the front. Anyway, happy Thursday, friend. Exactly. Get you a little cocktail. I'm not sure how you living today, but we're gonna talk a little bit of shit for a few little minutes and get into some stuff. Child, did I put too much? I don't know. Anyway, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. I hope y'all having a good day. My day going okay. I need to be in a shit talking recovery home. I was talking too much shit last night, child. Anyway, first, what we gonna talk about? Let's talk about Lil Nas X first. Okay, so TMZ just dropped this. Like I said, if you my friend on Instagram, I should just share my screen. Maybe I'll do a live later on. Anyway, the videos are on TMZ. I reposted them on my story on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, just check out my stories. I always got the tea going. So this is what TMZ reported. TMZ reported that TMZ Hip Hop obtained the video of Old Town Road rapper nearly naked and floating aimlessly down Ventura Boulevard in California at 4 a.m. Someone driving past him recorded Nas, who repeatedly pointed at the camera and muttered something about heading to a party. And at one point, he placed an orange traffic cone on his head. Now, mind you, if you ain't seen the video, I'll just act it out for you. He was like, keep moving, you gonna be late for the party. I'm talking about literally strolling in his white undies. I mean, the stroll was cute though, but you could tell like, boy, exactly. It was giving Harry Hines. Girl, now Lil Nas X was literally on Harry Hines last night. The Harry Hines of California. Anyway, it also says, our sources say others in the Studio City area noticed Lil Nas and thought the whole thing was weird enough to report it to the police. As it turns out, several people in the area have reported to LAPD that they saw a nude man walking in the road. So I'm assuming everybody didn't know it was Lil Nas, but the guy who rolled by and started recording him, you know, figured it out. Well, you know, Lil Nas has one of those faces that are, it's not a lot of people that look like him, so you would immediately know it was him. We're told officers responded and found him still walking down the middle of the road. And after Nas charged at the officers, thank God he alive to report it today, child. After Nas charged at the officers, they subdued him and put him in handcuffs. Officers told paramedics it was a possible overdose and Nas was transported to a hospital. They said that Lil Nas X still may face charges, I'm assuming, for resisting arrest, indecent exposure, public intoxication, assault on an officer, who knows. Anyway, but I hope he's okay. I mean, it's too hot. I don't know. LA always gave me land of cocaine. Not saying that he doing it. I ain't putting nothing on nobody exactly. I don't know, but they said I hope he's okay. I wonder if people gonna run with it and make a huge story out of it like they did Tamar the other day. Exactly. Anyway, so what y'all think of Lil Nas X was on? I'm not, anybody from the Cali world or anybody who know Lil Nas, tell us what the tea is. Exactly. Anyway, so I hope Lil Nas is okay, child, because it did seem like from the video he was extra groovy. He was What's up, Strange? I was like, boy, exactly. I don't know. Anyway, so in other folks' news, Tasha K did an interview with a young lady who is close with Drew and her sister Allison. So I believe the young lady said that she was closer to Allison, but she knew Drew too. and she knew Drew to be a cool person. She never had any issues with Drew until she said right before they started filming in January, Drew needed a loan. She needed to borrow $20,000 to pay her mortgage. And I'm thinking, why didn't Drew get that $20,000 from Allison? So is Drew the only person with some change? I mean, Ralph did say that Drew didn't have no money and she took out a loan from a loan shark. I wonder, is this the loan he was talking about? Because remember, Ralph told us this on his YouTube channel. Now I'm starting to think that this is the friend, the loan shark that he was talking about. Girl, that's crazy. That just popped in my head right now. Anyway, so she said she loaned Drew about $24,000 because Drew said that her mortgage was in arrears, which if Ralph's still staying in the basement, why is the mortgage not being paid? And Ralph makes about $200,000 a year. So that, to me, that makes no sense. Anyway, which in my opinion, I felt like no, the mortgage wasn't in arrears because as long as Ralph and his kids staying there, I believe Ralph would have paid the damn bills. I believe that Drew needed the money for hair and stylists and all of that other stuff right before Real Housewives of Atlanta started airing. But I digress, because you know Drew always got on the label. Gucci this, Louis that, Prada this, Fendi this. I don't know. So she said, she said she sent Drew a loan agreement for the $24,000. She said Allison vouched for her, so that's the only reason why she did it for Drew. She said Drew is not an honest person. She said she kept sending revised agreements to Drew because Drew kept asking her for money, like $1,200 here, da-da-da. She said she was behind on paying her stylist. And I guess for hair, makeup, you know, all the stuff that she needed to look good this season. Because Drew did look good. I'm giving it to Drew. Drew looked good. I love the number 33 hair. The hair was on point. Except when she sat down with Portia. And Portia was like, that ain't gonna naked her. Anyway, so apparently Drew had to borrow money just to keep up an image, a fake ass image. So the image that we seen on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's not necessarily how you living, which is crazy because at the time Drew was also recording with Dennis. So if you was low on money, was you trying to barter that studio time with Dennis? Well, I don't know, y'all. Anyway, the moral of the story is the girl was like, she kept sending revised agreements every time she would give Drew more money. Drew wouldn't sign the damn revised agreements. She would like thumbs up the text messages and stuff. And Drew still ain't gave her money back. Which is crazy because the album is doing good. Drew is doing concert appearances. She got a new movie coming out. What is the tea, Drew? Why you ain't paying this girl back? And I'm sorry. Remember, she ain't paid the housekeeper. Drew and Sheree, they have a reputation of not paying people. So I don't know. Do y'all believe Drew or do y'all believe the friend? I believe the friend only because, I mean, everybody ain't saying you a hoe and you not a hoe walking down Harry Hines. Let's be real. Exactly. And I remember I reported on it when Ralph first started that Ralph in the basement damn video or whatever. I remember I kept talking about how he said that she was broke. She was on unemployment and then she went and got a loan out on the house or something. But I don't know. He said she got a loan out on the house and he didn't sign no paperwork. So if you just got it from a person and not, you know what I'm saying, and not a real company, then I can see where Ralph wouldn't have to sign anything because you just got it from your homegirl that know Allison. Oh no, y'all. Anyway, in other news, we're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville at the end because Wanda went on live, cursed a whole bunch of bloggers out. Marcella then got her back on the line today. I got the synopsis for the new episode that's coming out. And then they dropped the clip. So first, let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, though. Rasheeda done lost her motherfucking. The fact that we're seeing all of this, guy, is so funny. The fact that we're seeing all of this in real time while you're going through a real life situation after literally trying to tear this girl down and she did nothing to you. Yandy did nothing to Rasheeda except have Rasheeda back when she not around. All she did was try to have your back even when you not around. And this the thing she get. Girl, okay, so first of all, at the beginning of the clip, Garfield and the Smurf getting ready to fight. I said, come on, Sayama, I thought y'all was homeboys. Baby, you see Zane try to attack Scrappy. I'm like, what did Zane and Scrappy end up getting into it with? Because you know the Smurf was acting like his little cheerleader when they was over there in the UK and when Scrappy was getting into it with Chaotic. So Zane, you was a happy little sidekick when Scrappy was getting into it with Chaotic, and now you the new Chaotic and Scrappy shitting on you, and now you want to pounce on him. I don't know. I wish somebody would just slap Scrappy though one time. You know, just because he needs to be slapped. I don't know. So I don't know why Scrappy and Zane gonna end up getting into it. If I'm Zane, I would separate myself from Scrappy anyway, because your mama and your wife got enough storyline where you ain't gotta be cool with Scrappy. Unless you just want to be in a little clique. The Rasheeda, Kirk, and I guess, y'all. Anyway, what else we seen? Jessica White and Carly getting into it. Carly was like, oh, all you care about is yourself. Jessica was like, bitch, I don't owe you shit. And I'm with Jessica. Carly, first of all, you're the one who's super selfish on this show. And last time I checked, Jessica was living with you and you was talking shit about Jessica behind her back to the other bitches. And now you want Jessica to bend over backwards because you going through something? That's not how life works. Exactly. You can't shit on people and then be mad when they not in your corner. If they in your corner, kudos to them. They're a great person. But all of us ain't that far in their journey. I'ma just say that. Anyway, then we get the Yandy situation. Because I believe it's Jock. He said he's sick of the Yandy and Rasheeda and Kirk situation. So Rasheeda and Yandy have a sit down. We see them have a sit down. And we see Yandy say, you are obsessed. And it's giving obsessed because at the end of that damn episode, when Rasheeda walked off, talking about some she don't want to deal with funky breath and a BBL smell. Bitch. What the fuck did Yandy do? You act like Yandy is the one who put them black circles underneath your eyes. Rasheeda, girl, Rasheeda something else. K. Michelle is the one who out here like, Rasheeda got bags. Your husband's a girl. Exactly it. Girl, I don't know. Anyway, so they sit down. Yandy like, girl, you is so obsessed. And Rasheeda bucks up and was like, you keep fucking with me and it won't be no camera. And it won't be on no camera or something. So, bitch, you trying to say if she keep fucking with you, you gonna get her kicked off the show? In so many words, is that what you're trying to say? But last time I checked, Yandy was on TV before you, Rasheeda. Love and Hip Hop New York was before Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. In season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, we didn't give a fuck about you. We was stuck on Stevie J, Jocelyn, and Mimi. So what are you talking about? The only reason you were really relevant at the beginning was because of K. Michelle. Girl, somebody get Miss Bubblegum out of my damn face. I hope that it comes out that she was messing with Jasmine so we can officially crown her as the dumbest bitch in reality TV. With an honorable mention to Kimmy Scott. Hey, Kimmy. Girl, I guess, y'all. So I can't wait to see. I know Yandy is sitting back somewhere laughing, snickling, and giggling. Because, bitch, you tried to do me dirty. You talked about me and you clowned me. And now, look, you're in a bad situation with your family. You haven't even posted on your story in a week. Ever since it happened. It's been about a week. Because I've been watching. Girl, I guess. It's really giving jealousy. That's why you heard Kirk say, I wish they'll just go back to New York. You don't own Atlanta. You just mad that Mendices and Yandy, whether they got an open relationship, whatever the hell they got going on in their marriage, they came down to Atlanta. I came to your city and made it my town. Shout out to Trina. Do y'all know what song that is? I came to your city and make it my town. Exactly. She came to your city and made it her town. Yandy got businesses and shit. Fucking Mendices is building a huge, looks like it's gonna be $1 million home for sure. out in Beaufort, I believe. I posted it on my story, and it ain't no Scolt. It ain't one of them Scott investment properties that's taking 2 years to build 1,000 square feet. It ain't it. The home it's huge. I'm talking about in the last 2 weeks, this man got all of the flat work done. Check out my story. So shout out to Mendici. Regardless of what they got going on with their marriage, Yandy then opened her a tapas bar. She got her skincare thing going on. She's doing multiple things in the community. And Mendici's, he quiet, but that man is out here really doing real estate. Building homes and flipping homes. Girl, I see that. Y'all know I got excited. Construction make the coochie go. Oh. Stupid. Anyway, y'all. So I ain't mad at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta this season. It's one of the reality TV shows I enjoy reviewing the most or whatever. So make sure y'all check it out. Tell me what y'all think about Yandy and Rasheeda. Tell me if I missed something where Yandy crossed Rasheeda or something. Like, what part did I miss on that? I don't know, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about this Love and Marriage Huntsville shit. So this is the synopsis for the next episode. The next episode is called Martell No Lies. It says, Nell and Tisha try to mend fences. We know that's not going to work because they're going to end up getting into it again. Kimmy questions if reasoning with Martell is a lost cause. Kimmy, you full of shit, bitch, because why are you reasoning with him? You need to be trying to take him out for some tea and crumpets and figure out what the hell Maurice been doing while they switch hitting and high-fiving on Coochie down in Las Vegas. Allegedly. Marsau warns Tisha not to trust Destiny. I knew Marsau never liked Destiny. They did an interview or something, and he said something slick about Destiny. And I knew then that wasn't the type of friend that he wanted. Because he know Destiny's out in these streets, allegedly effing on these dudes and dating these dudes. And no man wants their married wife out here hopping and bopping with Destiny. They call her Destiny from the Dirty D or Dirty D Destiny. I don't know. I wouldn't want my wife hanging out with no damn Destiny, but that's neither here nor there. And then it says Maurice confronts Martell about his accusations of infidelity against Marsau and himself. This was so funny. So we get a new clip too, right? In the clip, one of the clips is the clip of Marsau and, not Marsau, but Maurice and Martell sitting down. And Maurice is like, I'm concerned about you. And Martell like, why are you concerned about me? Because Martell ain't smart. Exactly. He probably got 29 college credits total. Exactly. You know, he ain't that bright. But this is what the Scotts did. They said, okay, we cannot fight this interview. This is how we're going to fight this interview. We're going to flip it, act like Martell has some sort of mental issue, and that's why he did this. To totally take the heat off of the Scotts in answering whether or not you were switch hitting this girl down in the Las Vegas hotel and try to turn it to make it seem like Martell is crazy. We honestly need to get him help. That's why Maurice sits down like, I'm really concerned with you. You were always a villain, and now you're leaning into your villainness, and it's fucking up my household. And then Martell sitting there stupid like, what you talking about? Martell, you don't see what they trying to do? They trying to make you out to be crazy because you told on them. Ugh, Martell, fight back. That's why, where is Dandruff? Exactly. Dandruff, you're supposed to be coaching Martell to be aware of this shit. So at least, y'all, why am I trying to coach Martell? It's a bad day when you don't like nobody on the cast and you forced to tell one person how to move in a room full of vultures. Shout out to JC. Shout out to Jigga, that's my nigga. Anyway, so we also see another clip of the kids of Marsau and Tisha in the house, and she's telling, I believe it's Maci. She's telling Maci that they need to promote more and post on social media. And Marsau is telling her, like, you got to speak her language. Anyway, they go into Marsau giving her money, and he was like, that's why I'm her favorite. And Maci is like, you not my favorite. Mama's still my favorite. And he tried to joke it off, but you could tell in Marsau's face, he kind of had his little feelings hurt. And then in the confessionals, I was like, okay, Jalen got a confessional this year. That Maci, she got a confessional. So I guess they really trying to integrate the kids into the show, which is so sad because they wouldn't let Martell did. Anyway. So she's talking and Marsau's like, no, she just joked. She got the sense of humor just like me. You know, I'm her favorite. And she like, nah, I ain't joking. She like, nah, I ain't joking. Mama's still my favorite. You not my favorite. She said he was my favorite. And then it kind of just, whew, she's like, I don't know what's going on with him lately. I thought he was, I've seen a lot of people in the comments like that was disrespectful because she was getting a little sassy or whatever. But to me, I mean, what would you expect when you got a dad that's a jokester like Marsau? Her personality did seem real cynical. I thought it was kind of cute because I thought, you know, in my opinion, it was her joking around with her dad, and it seemed like she do have that dry sense of humor like Marsau. It's giving everybody in the family likable except for Tisha and Wanda. That's crazy because from season 1, I couldn't stand Marsau, and I think a lot of folks couldn't stand Marsau. But over time, I've liked Marsau more and disliked Tisha more. You know what I'm saying? I guess, child. Speaking of Tisha, though, in the streets of Bessemer last night, tell me if y'all went over there. If y'all do, shake your clothes before you get in the bed, girl. Shake them clothes off and leave them outside. Don't be bringing no bugs in my house. Anyway, so apparently last night on live, Miss Wanda got on her and cursed everybody out. Ain't shit changed. Ain't shit changed and I ain't missed nothing. So apparently she was going off about Miss Nell, what Miss Nell said during the interview. People comment on Tisha Tuesday. She particularly was going in on this one blogger, which I don't know, child. I don't know. My whole thing is, if you're gonna be on a reality TV show, you gotta know that people gonna come down here and comment and say a lot of shit that you probably ain't gonna like. That comes with the territory. And now Tisha can respond on Tisha Tuesdays. So why does Wanda feel the need to come down here and talk shit? I guess it's her content too, and it's her daughter. But don't be dragging the bloggers for just commenting. Because if we was commenting talking about how Tisha's so pretty and Tisha is the star of the show and Tisha this, Tisha that, then you'll like that person. So you got to take the good with the bad. It is what it is. Anyway, so girl, I guess she said something about another content creator. They was all on live this morning trying to talk it out because Miss Wanda was trying to defend herself. My whole thing is, do y'all really need this for the ratings? I feel like the ratings it is what it is. I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. Tell me if y'all saw the live and all of the drama, because y'all know I don't like to get too deep in the game with the content creator drama. And at this point, Miss Wanda is a content creator. I wonder, are we going to see her more in the show? We did see her pop up over at the house and try to grill Marsau, and he shut that conversation down. I know we seen a preview of her talking about Miss Nell, and she said that Chris Fletcher got in her face. So I wonder if we're going to see more of that. In all honesty, I feel like Miss Nell could shut Tisha down and Miss Wanda down. Because all of that shit that Miss Wanda be talking, I don't think Miss Nell for that much talking. I really don't think so. I don't know if Wanda can fight. I don't want to see two older ladies fight like that. But what I do know is, y'all bitches, remember Miss Wanda came in there and was like, y'all bitches. And Kim was like, who is y'all bitches? I never knew of y'all bitches. I know you ain't going to be saying y'all bitches with Miss Nell. I don't think that's going to fly. Miss Nell's too much of a firecracker. She ready to throw them hands. Exactly. Anyway, friend. So tell me what y'all thought about the whole Rasheeda and Yandy debacle. Why did Zane and Scrappy end up getting into it? Make sure you say a prayer for Lil Nas X, child. I hope he ain't on that. I don't know what the hell he was on, but he was damn sure strutting down the streets in his tighty whities. You know, I don't know what to say about that exactly. And tell me what y'all think about y'all girl Drew owing that girl her money. Pay that girl her damn money, Drew. Exactly. And Taurus, don't get in my comments talking shit. But since we brung up Taurus, So remember I told y'all I was going to watch that Nene Leakes interview with Amara Negra? I watched it, but it was boring as hell. That was just promo for Amara to be Amara. She didn't really talk about Allen, the case, none of that shit. It was boring. But Kandi dropped the interview on that same day at the same time with Jamal Bryant. Now I think it's on her Patreon, and I ain't going to. I'm not that interested in Jamal Bryant, even though you know he cool. He cool, but I'm not going to purchase her Patreon to go watch the interview. But tell me if you watched the interview. But I say that to say, I thought it was very interesting that she would drop an interview the same day and the same time as Nene with a bigger star. I guess, child. Anyway, so tell me what y'all think about everything. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Wanda acting crazy. Did y'all see the clip with Maci and Marsau? It was cute to me. A lot of people said they thought it was disrespectful. I don't know. And then Maurice trying to play Jedi mind tricks on Martell, and he ain't got enough chromosomes. His IQ ain't reached the level yet to comprehend what the hell going on. I guess, y'all. Anyway, so make sure you comment. Y'all know I reply to all of my comments. It's the comment section, not the complaint section. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye, friend.